Delta has speed feats of like clashing with Naruto. People say, oh, Naruto's holding back, but that just pertains to his AP. Because after the Rasengan, he's like, oh, I wasn't like trying to like kill her. He can hold back his AP, but speed-wise, they're pretty much relative. Delta can clash with him. They go like hand to hand. And the data books actually confirmed this. In the data books, it stated like Delta and Naruto can go relative, and that people in Kara can exhibit powers not inferior to Naruto. And it's clearly in reference to Delta. Minato's scaling caps at Shippuden level. You can't actually correlate his scaling to Delta. So even if you say Minato's above all of Shippuden, you can't then scale him to Delta, because Delta's on a different verse and you just can't like cross scale like that. Minato doesn't scale with anyone who scales directly to Delta. It's just Delta relative to Six Path Sage 1 Naruto. Six Path Sage 1 Naruto stated to be the strongest Hokage and the strongest person to live in the village. So Naruto's over Minato. Delta in that level. Delta speed blitzes.
You never scaled Naruto to anything, so Naruto was walking in the fight, he was going 3 miles an hour the whole time. Delta moves at 3 miles an hour. So moving on to Minato's speed. So I'm just going to put in both the Discord chat and the YouTube chat my scaling chain, and then we can go over it if you have any kind of arguments. Otherwise, it can just go through and then GG, and that's the end of the debate right there. Do you have any arguments? Or I got Minato over Minato's over Tobirama, who's over Izuna, who's over Kaguya, who's over Madara, who's over Hagoromo, who's over Naruto and Sasuke combined, who's over Naruto, who's over Delta. Okay. Alright, any arguments against that?
We're just stating your point. That's
so. Boom! I'm posting in chat the scan. That's Tobirama stating Minato's teleportation is faster. Here is the anime where he just says he's faster in general at the exact timestamp. Then I also have a databook scan that states that Minato makes purple lightning look like it's standing still, as well as time and space itself, which just puts Minato in the next dimension beyond.
So first of all, you guys have only correlated this shit to flying Raijin. I agree the flying Raijin can do teleportation, but Minato has to like throw the kunai and then slash with the kunai, which is combat speed. All the flying Raijin stuff is just his travel speed. I don't really care for that. And the guy feed that you like mentioned, where Minato intercepts Guy and Madara shooting arm, that's Lee throwing the kunai. So all you guys have proven is that Minato can travel really fast. How fast can he throw the kunai and how fast can he like slash people? You provided no scaling. You agreed to my scaling of case of Naruto to Delta, even minus low and relative, but you still agreed to my scaling. Right? When I give my premise, in your counter premise, you did not leave out this argument. The argument here is just extrapolation of our premises. If you introduce new arguments or new premises within your premises, you cannot justify your original premise, your proposition will fall down. So in order to justify what you're trying to, you need to justify your premise, which you already suggested.
Wait. You're saying all the talking very common. Hold up. Who first name before you even started talking was debunking that we didn't agree with.
Yeah, before I was even allowed to debunk it.
No. You said Naruto skills like 3 meters per second. If you can't prove Minato can throw the kunai before Delta can speed blitz him, since that's your burden, that's what you're proposing. If you can't justify that, then Minato flying Raijin doesn't matter if you can't throw the kunai in time. It doesn't matter. Can you throw them on the ground before Delta speed blitzes him?
Delta can pretty much neg Minato regeneration from Kurama. I know he don't have Edo regeneration, but he still has Kurama.
Naruto like with SPSM believe Delta, if she like hits him, he just dies. So he's like avoiding the beams at all costs. So based off that, Delta should just be like regen neg and durability neg. Because even if we do give him regen, Naruto has the same regen, if not stronger, believes if he gets hit, just go on. As for Delta's durability scaling, he can tank punches from Naruto. I think I've already established the only time like Naruto was holding back his AP was with the final Rasengan. All that shit doesn't matter because if that point went through and I won that point, his AP, like his general punches and kicks wouldn't be holding back. Naruto punches her a few times. Delta gets back up. Delta's fighting still. Just based off that. Delta's like durability skills with Delta Naruto, who you can't backscale Minato to. So based on that, like Delta just has way higher durability and AP.
Oh, thank God. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. He never mentioned Delta's destroy beam things or whatever. Correct?
He did.
He did?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Even I was listening to that.
Who does
really? Make their abilities, so it doesn't really matter. But okay, that's fine. So Minato has Big Ball Rasengan, which is enough power to destroy Delta, hence why it did destroy Delta, stated to be able to carve a mountain. So Delta's at most mountain level. Minato has Perfect Sage mode, which can be scaled up to moon level, so Minato can tank the moon, whereas Delta can take a mountain. Pretty obvious there, but again, kind of just giving him this point here because Delta can just use her egging durability, beams of eye power, ridiculous nonsense plot, so it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, that's it. He can just tank the moon, whereas, Delta tanks the mountain. Doesn't even tank a mountain. Takes less than a mountain. You're using the strongest version of each character, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You literally agreed my character's durability negation, so that's fine. So your character's durability doesn't matter.
Yep.
And as for like your own, like my character durability, they said, oh, he just skilled to suppress Rasengan. That suppress Rasengan still skilled over Naruto's actual like AP. Naruto's AP can be tanked by Delta. He punches and kicks her, and Delta gets back up, right? And Delta's keep like fighting, right? You say, oh, Minato's like moon level or whatever, but that shit just doesn't matter because you have to scale Minato over SPSM Naruto, which you logically can't do because they just don't connect to each other. I think you can scale Minato over Naruto.
Argument doesn't work because you can't really prove Naruto's going all out with that Rasengan. Like you said, you don't have to because you already said yourself that he's holding
I'm
back,
fine
so
with that.
therefore it just
I'm
doesn't
fine with
matter.
that. She can tank her punches and kicks. That's fine. fine.
You're trying to
Okay,
quantify
so-
AP within a Rasengan is in a suppressed.
His suppressed Rasengan can scale over his base attacks, sure, like his normal like SPS and punches and kicks.
Cool.
So
You
if
said she got negate abilities, right? You said all that negate abilities, but did she not lose to Naruto and get bodied?
No, that's not like she doesn't get her attacks.
Did I
off.
lose?
I'm
Oh,
saying
no, I'm asking you. Did she win the fight or did she lose the fight?
that does not matter. It's circumstantial.
I'm asking you. And was
It's
he not using
circumstantial. I don't
KPM?
have to answer that. It's circumstantial.
You don't have to answer that.
You don't have to answer that because it's already.
You don't have to answer. It's rhetorical. All right, whatever. It's a rhetorical question. All right. So
Okay, I don't care to answer rhetorical questions because all I have to justify is that your character's durability does not matter. I've justified that. Your own teammate has accepted that. Your character's durability does not matter. My character's faster and can Duraneg. I don't know what you're gonna say. now.
It doesn't matter to
okay,
your
it
point.
don't matter. He tanked the Nine Tails and she didn't. You lost.
Oh my
You
god.
have to
Okay. What do you mean he doesn't tank the Nine Tails? What is that? When does he fight the Nine Tails?
Fighting Naruto, you fighting the Nine Tails. Am I right
Okay,
or
does
wrong?
Naruto not have base stats? It's Nine Tails attack over Naruto's attack. It's Naruto plus the Nine Tails. Usually Naruto's like zero base stats.
Durability. We're not talking about attack.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. She can tank Naruto's attacks. That's her durability scaling. What do you mean?
Okay, then. Minato can
Okay.
take Nine Tails attacks as well.
Okay, hold on.
Naruto-
So it's
but Naruto
Naruto
has,
plus Nine Tails, and then Minato can tank only Nine Tails. Who scales higher?
On attack, not
Six
about
Stage
attack.
mode
Oh my-
as well.
Yeah. So do you think Naruto with Kurama and Six Fat Sage mode skills below just Kurama? I don't think you can connect these two characters. You still haven't been able to. You don't even
Wait.
contest their
Wait,
punches and
connect
kicks.
with-
You can't
Trying to-
connect
trying to
Kurama
Naruto.
and Naruto with Kurama and Six Fat Sage mode.
Shonen, basically, so this doesn't become circular, where this needs to go is you need to prove that Naruto's punches or kicks scale above his suppressed Rasengan. Otherwise, we could just use the suppressed Rasengan as like his max in that instance.
Right, but I'm saying, where do you scale suppress Rasengan? Where does that
No,
back
no,
scale
no,
to?
no, 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 that's your burden of proof. No, 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 we're not scaling anything.
No, hold
That's
on.
your burden. You already
So
know.
hold on. Okay. Let me answer your question. Delta loses to a character's attack, right? The Naruto's Rasengan, and that's fine. Even if Delta does lose to the attack, you can't backskill that to Minato. Fine, Delta lost to an attack your character doesn't scale to. Good job. Where does that get you?
Going against Delta, suppress is on par with Minato.
Okay,
You give the
prove
scale
that.
though. Prove that.
Prove
You're trying to scale her to like
We
a
can judge
max
it off
level
of what
Naruto.
they're saying, though.
How is
You not
how is
choose it,
KCM?
dude.
How is full KCM with 6 Bad Sage mode on par with just KCM Minato?
Prove that. I'm saying Delta loses to a character your character doesn't scale to, so Delta's durability scales way beyond your character. Like even if I say, right, Delta just lost to like some random Rasengan. Minato doesn't scale to the Rasengan, so good job. Like Delta's durability
Where-
still
prove
lower in
it.
comparison.
How does Minato not skill to that
Prove that.
Rasengan?
Where's the scan? Where's the scan? Prove
I
it.
already proved
I have
it.
to empirically justify my proposition, right? I can be inductive
No,
with
no,
like
you
reasoning
made
behind my
it clear that
proposition,
Bruno
right?
Fong
We
don't
make
do-
arguments from epistemology, right? So if we're gonna present an argument from my epistemology, I can make inductions based off what we perceive. You can make
I don't
arbitrary
think
deductions
you
you cannot
made a
fulfill.
statement.
Shonen, where do you scale Naruto's kicks and punches? That's what you need to do.
Naruto's kicks and punches scale to a certain level. I'm saying I'm setting a baseline for Delta scaling. That's all I'm doing. Because you
Okay.
can't connect them, so I'm just setting a
So you're
baseline.
going around the point. Okay. I
No, what? I'm just setting a baseline. Like
So
skill
hold
measures
up.
like
Here's
that.
what we can
Alright.
establish.
Hey,
Right?
Naruto arms and punches scale to Shippuden level, like you said. Minato is top Shippuden level, right? I'm saying
No,
that
I said,
Naruto.
I'm saying, given your argument, Mitch can be top shipping level. Why do you have to correlate my baseline back to your argument, right? I can consider baseline. Now it's your burden to show that Mitch surpasses that threshold that I've set already.
What is suppressed? Naruto's power level.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
That's
setting a
what I'm-
baseline unless you can
It's
correlate
not a
Minato to
baseline
that
for
level.
nothing. You're
Okay, it's
setting
not a baseline. You know what a baseline is? Let me get your definition of a baseline since
So
you
we've
really don't know
already
your
scaled our
stuff.
characters, so
Let
baseline
me get you
is
the-
irrelevant
okay.
in this instance.
So hold on. Would you agree? If I set a baseline, it'd be on your character, scale to that baseline, or else my character just doesn't scale in comparison to Minato. As long as I can prove Delta and Minato have different scaling, and you can't scale Minato to Delta, but I can scale Delta above Minato using the laser beams, and I just win the debate. I have higher speed and everything. I'm scaling Delta's durability to a certain level. Now you're gonna have to scale Minato to that level, or else they just have uncorrelated scaling, and thus you can't make any assertions. Your character durability doesn't matter. My character's a level of durability. So now, I'm just winning. Give me any sort of like quantification for Minato scaling to Naruto's level. Go ahead.
Done.
Delta's kicks per mountain level. Or Delta, yeah, you can show me like Delta's kicks being below mountain level.
They just scaled to Naruto, which is fine.
Also justify mountains in Boruto and mountains in Shippuden are similar.
It's a
You
mountain.
know, like-
It doesn't change.
Nothing doesn't change.
Okay, hold on. I could just say,
mountains
right, since
are mountains.
nature energy is a concept, in order for stronger characters to gain stronger nature energy, nature will have to progress. So via plot progression, nature would get stronger so that the characters, when they achieve nature energy, they get stronger
that.
as well.
I posted justification of why it's a big bar Rasengan's mountain level. Yeah, I posted the scan in chat.
Big Ball versus Rasengan is mountain level? Okay, I don't care. That's fine. Naruto
Right?
scales
And
higher.
it defeated Delta.
Naruto scales higher.
up.
Delta. That's fine. That shit doesn't matter. It's just plot progression.
It's a database scan specifically on the Massive Rasengan, which is the same ability that Naruto used.
That's fine. Hold on. That could be stronger Massive Rasengan. Their potency could be different.
Well, the debate time's over and you didn't prove that.
No, you didn't make that claim, but that's fine.
I
He
literally
already did make that claim.
No, he didn't make that
Yeah.
claim. He said it's mountain level, but he
Civil
never
difference.
correlated it to mental scaling.
Okay. I want to finish with that, but I want to give it to Minato.
I'm not a judge no more. Yeah,
I can't even blame you, Rain.
I'm not a judge no more, bro. Y'all do y'all thing, bro.
This dude's a victim.
Delta's smart enough to react to Naruto. That's one intelligence feat. He can react to Naruto. And Naruto consistently portrayed as unorthodox. He can master techniques like normal characters can. He's one of those like unique fighters. Like even against Gaara in the Chunin exam forest fight, we see him like do 1,000 years of death in order to like distract him. It kind of like works, right? Naruto has this tricky style of fighting, which Delta can counteract. Delta with skills like an unorthodox character. Minato's just like smart. He's smart at deducing things. He's smart at combat. That's all cool. But he's someone being smart. Whereas Delta is kind of bypassing that by being different. So I take different smart over just smart. I think Delta's much smarter. Delta's smart enough to dodge like an unorthodox fighter, like someone who's like really smart at fighting.
Delta, she was able to like tell that Naruto was actually like thinking when he was getting stabbed.
She can read through emotions and read through people's minds. That kind of like telekinesis or whatever. So that skills Delta over anything Minato has, because Minato's just a smart guy. He's like Einstein, but Delta, he's over Einstein because he's like different. You know, like people build different. Yeah, she's just different. She can like read others' minds, so she can just figure out what Minato's thinking. It'd be more probable for her to have telekinesis because she can read Naruto's mind. And by definition, reading someone's mind is telekinesis. Even if you're going to say, oh, there's no assumption, as long as it fits the definition and it fits the condition for the definition to be applicable, she has telekinesis.
So it's stated that Itachi, at the age of 7, had wisdom on par of a Hokage. So right there, Itachi's IQ, or intelligence in this matter, is Hokage level. And then a smarter Hokage went on to take the written portion of the tuning exams, just because he's older. Minato had a written exam that surpassed that, so then Minato's intelligence would just be massively greater than that of a Hokage. Minato has intelligence massively greater than Hokage, but we're saying this is Delta.
What?
What is that?
Is that Delta now?
Remember,
This is from the manga, right?
remember
Where
you
you put
Is
said
it from the manga?
Bro,
not
what's going
logical.
on, bro? This is...
What? Ooh, please
So-
don't do that again.
So this is Delta? Is that what we're saying?
No.
Is that our arguments here?
with this guy, bro.
We said
All right, so
logical.
are you trying to so you're debating that she doesn't have telekinesis or something? Is that what
And the spoon, bro? That's crazy.
that what you're trying to say?
That pretty much shows all the scaling that really needs to be done
Counting
here.
the telekinesis yet. He didn't even say the right word. We count that against him too. We count
Say that for the arguments,
He said
guys. So are you guys?
Alright, so here, let's hear from Shonen. Shonen, just me and you real quick. Can we just agree that both of the characters are smart?
do you really think we need to go into like AP and intelligence?
Generally, no.
Are you fine with just agreeing like both of them were smart enough to fight in like a balanced
Yeah.
fight?
I agree, they're both smart.
Sure,
Or just-
sure, sure.
Let's say they're relative in intelligence.
Sure. We can go into
Talking
AP.
about
All
Naruto,
left, no
right?
reason.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on,
hold
one second.
Y'all making it
Hold on,
Y'all making it seem like Delta is dumb. She's not dumb.
Hold on,
She's
hold
smart.
on.
Hold up, everyone.
Telekinesis is moving objects. That's not telepathy. I mean, that's not reading mind. Second point to that. Just because you can perceive somebody's lying doesn't mean you read somebody's mind. A cop can perceive somebody's lying based off their actions. So now the cop is reading minds. Okay, we're done with that.
As long as it fits the definition, we can apply it to the situation. Now you say, oh, someone like anyone can predict anyone else. Sure, that's a possibility. We're not arguing about possibilities. We're arguing about the closest to definitive arguments we can get. We're trying to get closer to truth as we can get. In order to get closer to truth, we're going to apply definitions. We're trying fulfilling definitions. We're going to use denotations of words. If we use definitions, we're just giving our subjective colloquial opinions on said topic. I can apply my definition. That's what I'm saying. Counter my definition and counter the condition I'm placing. Not what could possibly be the case.
We also can know Delta knew he was lying based on she already knows previous.
That's a
knowledge
possibility.
of
That's a possibility.
of Naruto having
Kitchen's
healing
razor.
ability. So
Kitchen's razor. Kitchen's razor. Kitchen's razor. I don't care. That's a possibility. Kitchen's razor.
Into the second point, we already seen how Naruto was fighting. He's not smart. Okay, Naruto already seen that she can absorb stuff. He didn't catch on until it's too late. Use the jutsu. Put more. Oh, so you're gonna give me more chakra? Not knowing that she's so stupid, she don't even know her own limitations to her own powers.
Right. So that's
See,
the
now
power.
you're downplaying her intelligence. She had like a couple.
So her powers are
of-
bounded. That's cool. You can perceive that things are boundless. It's fine. You're just upscaling your powers. That doesn't matter. Like you're not downscaling Delta. You're just upscaling your powers. Her powers are beyond her comprehension. She's above Naruto, who's above Minato, so that's fine. I don't care for what her powers skill in terms of like comprehensibility.
I noticed that, right? Okay.
Okay, you can think that, right? But I think I've like made an argument. You didn't even counter me saying Naruto's unorthodox, right? You never countered that, and you never put Minato above normal human. I said Minato can be as smart as you want. The smartest human being alive, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Delta's above human being. So based off these things, good job. You scale your character nowhere. Albert Einstein, it doesn't matter. What she uses doesn't correlate back to her AP. For example, if Albert Einstein was in the military, he would use a gun instead of inventing his own weapon, right? Does that mean that Albert Einstein's like brain captured like only being able to use gun level?
Prove he did it.
That's an analogy. I don't have to prove that like analogy.
Sorry, I did not listen to anything you said after I had made my point. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, Albert Einstein walked through like a war, right? So there's a war going. He has a gun to use, and he uses the gun instead of using his own weapon. Does this mean Albert Einstein's like IQ capped at soldier level? because he uses guns, what you use in battle doesn't dictate your actual IQ. You could be using punches, but her IQ could be way above normal human beings, and I think I've explained that maybe the unorthodox scale. As long as they're not boundless or like going past the concept of normal, I don't really care.
Like it does not matter. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because
it doesn't count.
again,
It
Minato is the
does not
smartest
matter.
human.
You didn't counter anything I just said.
And the telepathy, yeah, that thing. Point you guys made. Is it in, just to clarify, are you saying that because she can connect to the robot, that means she has that power?
It's somewhat of an intelligence thing for Delta that nobody brought up, but that doesn't mean she has telepathy. They have completely different definitions. They don't mean the same thing at all. Not even a little bit.
Whatever they put forward, as long as Delta's faster and he can land the attack, she just wins. Delta can kind of like punch Naruto. He can get scans if anyone requires it, but just a few bruises on his face. He can damage Naruto. Naruto can damage fuse Momoshiki, and then Momoshiki's statement of Kaguya being fearful of Momoshiki. Some people disagree with that. I think it's pretty consistent with what the narrative portrays. There's also some powerful clipping in Naruto, but I'm saying Kaguya would obviously be over Minato. Minato's AP is actually compared to Rasen Shuriken Naruto. Sage Mode Naruto can like tank his own Rasen Shuriken. He builds up Sage Mode, so the Rasen Shuriken he produces can be tanked by his own body, or else if he gets hit by it accidentally, he dies. Sage Mode Naruto kills over Minato's AP, so if we stack KCM on top of that, and we stack KCM on top of Naruto, so Minato's AP at best caps at BSM Naruto level, whereas Delta can damage 6 paths Sage Mode Naruto. I don't think you can say Naruto's holding back durability, that's kind of redundant. And she has durability. Even if her ability is pretty like, just one ability, it's way too good, and it's the best hacks introduced so far. And her like, even her base AP is like way above BSM Naruto, Minato's AP caps.
Yeah.
There's also this one instance of Delta, he can like tank the final Rasengan for a while. I know Naruto's suppressing himself, but I think suppressing just pertains to him not keep like pushing it in until it kills. For the most part, he keeps like increasing its size, and Delta can absorb it for the most part. And if we go under the assumption that he's just going to use his massive Rasengan, I don't think you can correlate that back to the Rasengan and Naruto uses. There's no way to prove that Rasengan can't be absorbed by Delta. We have Delta's absorbing ability on a level to like suppress 6 paths Naruto, who has no direct scaling to Minato, so you can't scale these two characters in comparison to each other. But again, I think like scaling anywhere in Naruto level, even if suppressed, is like way better than scaling teenage PSM Naruto level.
Tendencies has been shown that she would try to absorb something that big. That would be her downfall. We also have a ceiling jutsu, the strongest ceiling jutsus in the verse. Strong that Kinshiki, a god, couldn't even break it to go when he went back in the past to get the 9. And she get caught because she's not able to see that jutsu being done. When the ghost comes out, nobody can see it except for the caster. When she gets caught by that, we already seen that Shadowclone jutsu to use that jutsu just like the third Hokage.
You haven't given me speed scaling for how fast he can do the ceiling jutsu. It doesn't like, I don't really care for it because I've already skilled Delta higher.
We're talking about Obito, and Obito has better durability than Delta based on his feats, right? We already seen he already
Prove that, justify that.
Super Dama Rasengan.
No. Wait. I want him to scale Jubito above Delta durability.
No, he's telling you why he scales higher. He's mentioning the feat, so just listen.
Jubito, which has higher durability than Delta, you see him lock himself into the prism, tank Biju bombs from a 10 tails. He has no AP bigger than the 10 tails, and we see that.
That's not argument from ignorance. That's not argument from ignorance.
We see that same Rasengan.
That's not argument from ignorance.
At a high master.
Okay, hold on. That's not argument from ignorance. Hold on, don't make 2 points. Hold on. So, unless you can correlate that back to Jubito, okay, you're basically saying Delta never shows feats of tanking stuff from the 10 tails, so Jubito automatically scales higher. That's redundant because Delta doesn't fight the 10 tails. Jubito can survive the same Rasengan Delta gets hits by, but you can never prove that Rasengan, that suppressed Rasengan, which is a much stronger Rasengan. That Rasengan is stronger, but suppressed. So that's unscalable Rasengan. But this Rasengan, we have some scaling for it, but we don't know if it scales to that level. These are completely 2 different Rasengans. You can connect these characters. Even then, Minato never gets hit on Jubito. Jubito uses his TSO shield to block his attacks. So he gets no clean hits on him. So his AP doesn't scale on that level. Huh? I scaled my character faster. The judges agreed my character's faster. They conceded durability. The judges acknowledged they conceded durability. So my character's speed blitzes in one shots with durability negation. So their intelligence doesn't matter if they just get speed blitzed and like durability negated. And their jutsu, they can't even use it because they couldn't even scale like Minato throwing a kunai faster than Delta speed blitzes him. He won jutsus. Jutsus doesn't really matter because Delta's won like greater base AP and her technique is durability negation. So he can have like whatever he wants, but as long as my technique is faster and his durability negation, I just win. He loses every other department that actually matters in terms of physicals, durability, AP, and speed, and just won like external circumstantial into stuff like intelligence and whatever.
Minato, we already seen him. He has the fast reaction speed to react until Jubi Madara, until Jubi Obito, and also in base and before he even became Hokage, we see him fight against a just stated the speed of light. We've seen that in this fight, his casual flick of his kunai, which you say is not fast. Casual flick of his kunai is moving faster than a durability. He's turned to Avatar Kuruma, which we know has better durability than Delta. She lost to Rasengan. Kurama's going against Madara with Rinnegan, which has higher AP and has shown higher AP feats than Delta. We already know he can use Super Dominant Rasengan, same one that Naruto had gave to Delta, and she tried to absorb and died. and he can use Biju Bomb. And spam Biju Bombs in Kurama mode, which Delta, you can say she can absorb a Rasengan, but can she absorb multiple Biju Bombs?
Making new arguments, by the way.
Here's what we've established, is that Minato's massively more intelligent, and he's above the Hokages in terms of intelligence. Minato's durability is moon level, whereas Delta's AB is mountain level, therefore he cannot touch him literally. Minato has giant Rasengan, which is greater than mountain level, which is scaling to Delta's durability, so that means Minato is able to damage Delta. Not only that, but we just said the I-beams neg of durability, but we never said they actually do damage, therefore it just doesn't matter anyways. Minato has giant Rasengan, which is above mountain level, so in Delta's relative to Naruto, who is 3 miles an hour, which is what we established, Minato has instant speed, which is greater than Tobirama's instantaneous speed, which means Minato has greater than infinite speed, and Tobirama is stated as the greatest shinobi, who's relative to, that means he's above Kaguya. Minato's just massively above Kaguya, and Minato also has tags already placed around the battlefield, so it doesn't really matter if he can throw his kunai or anything. We're also using the strongest version of Minato, which means that it's when he was still alive, before he died, when he sealed Kurama inside of him, which means he would just be 2 to 10 times stronger than he was when he was in his Edo mode. Delta wouldn't use her I-beams in character, Delta's I-beams weren't scaled in terms of speed, so they're 3 miles an hour too. And Minato has Goryon mode.
Get 3 minutes up, bro. Relax. Holy.
Alright, GG.
Heard the time.
Whoa, he was talking so fast.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Ood, you're an absolute goat, but you're also very silly.
All my homies love Ood.
Ood, you're a troll, so, I mean, I can't take anything you say seriously.
You can't dismiss it just based off that.
To be honest, I got lost. I don't think I should.
Hey, man, join the crew, bro. Join the crew,
I
bro.
think I should for this run, because I got lost. I'll take your guys' word for this.
Is this really a debate, or what is this? I'm serious.
You gotta make
Is
a
this a
choice.
debate for real?
I'll let you walk
Whatever
for it.
y'all go with. I can't even feel like if you ever won for real now.
Yeah, this was the
Look at Ood coming in when the debate is over. That's
I know,
crazy.
right? Crazy.
I've been here the whole time listening with one ear.
Sorry, but I'm gonna give it to Team Minato.
I see you voting for yourself imposed, bro. Relax. I might have to call you.
All right.
Hey, I
can
they
vote
won
both-
easily,
both
in my
channels.
opinion. Not that it was easy, but okay.
You guys had an easy win with intelligence. I don't think if you guys lost intelligence, you guys
That would
wouldn't have been allowed to debate ever again on this channel.
Facts.
You know,
So that was so
I'm
easy.
glad you won that one.
And I think both sides did really well in this debate. Unfortunately, I definitely do think Team Minato had the stronger side, so my vote is for Minato as well.
What are you doing?
Hey, nobody in here.
Alright, so I think Minato won with majority vote, so that's just
Hey,
GG
yo,
Well, that's 2-2,
when
bro.
did you
That's
become
2.
a
That's
judge?
2 minutes.
Yo, I was literally like second guessing myself because I was like, what?
How is Ood a judge?
YouTube chat has Minato winning at 46% compared to Delta at 41.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all better not vote for yourselves, bro. See, if I see your names on there, vote for yourselves, bro. Y'all lose.
So it looked like it was Delta 2, Minato 3.
When he said Delta was bruising Naruto, and then I posted that bruises take 1 to 2 days to form, and then I said Delta just has 30 hands. It's too good to take off. It's too good. I'd argue these are through the roof.
Get smacked
No
live.
edit.
Thank y'all for joining us, man. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night.